Let me check. Yeah, please. Are you ready? Please put your hands up. Your thumb up.
Let's do it.
Yes, we're
We're on
ready.
Okay.
time.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
So everyone,
Sure.
let's start our meeting, and I'll give I give the screen to Tom. Lita.
Yes, thank you so much, Follow. Right now, we're heading to the epic sessions, which is evaluation sessions. Now, I'm going to call upon our GE, General Evaluator Herman, to introduce the evaluators. Screen is yours, Herman.
Good evening or good morning. I'm watching the clock and listening to these excellent speeches this morning. So we're going to ask Krishna to provide the first evaluation. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing your feedback on the speeches today. They all provided some fantastic hope. So I'm looking forward to the evaluation. So Krishna, I'm going to leave the floor to you.
Me first or John first? Sorry, Bhavesh first.
Bhavesh.
Okay, I'm sorry, my apologies. So we'll go to Bhavesh, the current club president. He is born in Dubai, born in India, living in Bali. And despite the coronavirus, he's still happy every day, feels more alive than ever. That is a spectacular perspective. So I'm looking forward to your perspective on the speech today. So Bhavesh, to you.
We are all afraid of the dark, but we sometimes forget, are the brightest of stars really visible? Thank you so much, John, for reminding us that no matter what circumstances are, we need to hold on to every little bit of hope that we can in our lives. Thank you for such an amazing speech, and let me commend for you two things that you did spectacularly well today in your speech. The first one was the beginning of your speech. I think you started off with a complete bang when you were mentioning about the push-ups, the sit-ups. For a second, I was really taken aback. I was like, where is this going? And you had my complete 100% attention. So great job done with the start. You had my attention from the get-go. The second thing is the idea or thought of your speech, which is the point about losing hope and then the existence of hope, which you came out in the conclusion. It's very essential sometimes that we keep the idea or the thought process really uniform across the speech and then bring it up right up at the conclusion. I think you did that amazingly well. At no point in your speech did I forget what the motive of the speech was, which was the idea of losing hope. And with your various circumstances that you mentioned, how you lost hope or how you could have lost hope thanks to your circumstances was so clearly visible. So great job done in those two aspects. When it comes to recommendations, I'd like to give you two immediate recommendations. I call them immediate because you have a long way to go in your speech craft in journey. So I think two things that you need to do at this point of time immediately. Number one, please understand that the audience can have members from any parts of the world. So let's say if there is a joke in Indonesia that money is needed for maybe becoming a policeman or for any of those government jobs, it may be lost to someone from outside, including me. I kind of did not understand the joke. So we need to restructure that and ensure that everybody in the audience gets the jokes that we mention in our speeches. Second thing is, I feel that there was a weak speech structure. So what I mean by here is the transitions from your opening to your three main points. I'm sure that in the Toastmasters, it is recommended, not compulsory, but recommended that there are always three main points within your speech as you go into your conclusion. So this transition from your opening to the three main points to the conclusion was somewhere lost, and it became a little bit of a nasi champur, I would say. So if you could please try and restructure a little bit of the speech such that the three ideas get clearly visible, your opening as well as your conclusion. Finally, let me again thank you for reminding us in these times as well, when we all are losing hope. Thank you for reminding us that there is always hope no matter what. So you did well, start with a bang and the good idea. However, you need to restructure the speech and mention your jokes. Back to you.
Fantastic. And then to provide the second evaluation is the Bali beach boy who doesn't go to the beach. That is you and I have something in common, by the way. I live 3 miles from the beach in California, and I can't tell you the last time I stood on the sand. But anyway, Krishna, back to you so that you can provide the evaluation for the speech, The European Voyage by Didi.
Thank you, Herman. Thank you. The European Voyage by Didi, where he explained how he traveled to all these amazing countries, but the biggest highlight that I can remember was him drinking on an empty stomach and puking. Shame on you, Didi, but still a nice story. The best part about the speech was definitely the introduction. You could feel the energy where he compared his trip around Europe of the trip that was sailed by Ferdinand Magellan. The tone was tense, the tone was very serious, and that was great because it really set up the stage for what he was going to say. The second thing that he did really well was the props. He had a plastic wrapper to show the pills that were used to hide the drugs or what they thought were drugs. And he also had a t-shirt for Berlin to show that he went to Berlin. Now, of course, is anybody in their first starting their speech career? I'll give a few tips or some suggestions based on my observation. The first thing, this is a speech. And what greater a speech can be if you can make it seem more natural when speaking. I know, right? So that would be a consideration to challenge yourself in the future. Use no script. Just go for it. It may even give more impact if it just sounds like you telling a story to your friends about your trip around Europe. The second thing is the tone. The biggest risk when you're script writing or script reading, or what may seem like script reading, is that the tone can be seen very monotonous, the same. It felt like the whole time the pacing was the same. Even when you were puking or scared by the police, the tone was still the same. So I suggest use a bit of a natural flow. Imagine you're telling a story to your best friends online. Finally, you can see I'm using the hand at all times. That's the best part when you're doing online because you can only see the face and the hands. So use your hands during your speech. As a challenge for your next speech, the introduction was such an amazing and powerful beginning with Ferdinand Magellan. I would challenge you to repeat that at the very end and repeat your introduction. My trip was like Ferdinand Magellan. I went to all these countries, and mention those countries one more time so that the audience can remember. Overall, great speech. I would suggest to use the tips for the next speech. Don't change the speech content. Just think about these little tips. Daddy, good job. I hope to see you at the next speech. Thank you, Herman. Back to you.
Fantastic. Excellent. And now we go to our third evaluator, who is going to be evaluating your leadership style. Make yourself at home. Her name is, she loves learning new hobbies as her self-healing, cooking, baking, and sewing, and to have short break in the midst of this life's hassle. She continues to work or to live with a more refreshed mind. Denny, I am looking forward to your evaluation, and I really like the idea that this is self-healing because I do all three of those things. So we have, again, something in common. So I'm looking for your evaluation. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. First thing first, thank you, Eric, for sharing such a heartwarming story about your struggle coping with your social anxiety. And then you brought such an interesting story, and I reckon that what you did was such a breakthrough for me. And from your speech, I like three things that I would like to highlight. First one is that your opening. it was such a creative opening, right? You open with Facebook animation where you told us about your event, your upcoming event, and then you also explained it with such a tone that it seems like a robot, a machine that says something about the event, the invitation of the event. And that was very captivating. Nice. And then the second one is how you can find your way, how you can find your silver lining about your leadership styles from your real experience. That's what we need for our speech, the originality. So I love the idea how you can find the silver lining here. It was super because the audience can also try to remember and recall their own real experiences, and then they also probably try to find their leadership styles next time after hearing your speech, and that was very good. And then the next one is the last one is your hand gestures, because you show us such an efficient hand gestures. You also show us with this kind of time pose to make the audience understand more about your point, and then that was very good. And I believe that you will be a great speaker if you would like to polish your speech even more to make you a better speaker next time. So I would like to give you three suggestions. First one is to give pauses and then emphasis on certain words, because I saw that you tend to rush with your story, that you didn't give a much time to give a pause to give a dramatic impact on your story. So probably you can try to give more pause on certain point of your speech. For example, like when you say people shared everything, people told secrets, heartbreaking stories. So you can give a pause first and then you can continue with your next sentence. And then the next one is I expected that you will give more details on the story about your leadership skills here, your leadership styles. So I expected that you will explore more, give us more example about your leadership style. So in what way you show altruistic styles and in what way you show the innovative styles. And then the last one is the closing, because I think you were to focus on your chronological story, that you didn't have time to give a conclusion in your speech. But all in all, I enjoy your speech, and then I cannot wait to hear your next speech again. And I would like you to probably apply my suggestions here. Back to you, Herman.
Thank you so much, Denny. I truly appreciate the evaluation. Very insightful, and I am excited for you. The last evaluator has been a Toastmaster for 15 years. He was an area director. He loves to travel. His motto is to never give up, keep on dreaming as high as possible. And to our distinguished Toastmaster, Yusuf Chandra, sir, I look forward to your evaluation. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, sir. Congratulations, Tiamvira. You have delivered a very nice speech. It is such an interesting, informative speech about your project plan. And it is your own experience. It comes right from your heart. I love those things. There are two things that I like. Number one is the content of your speech. And number two is your delivery. It is such a well-structured speech that answers the objective of your speech. You started with a great opening, with a bang. That you said you organize a guidance company and implement the plan with the help of your team. That's really, really great. You move on into the body of your speech, discussing on how you plan, how you organize, and how you carry out the program with the teachers, and the result was fantastic. And even you conclude your speech with a call for action, which is, he said, teamwork can make the program work. It really answered the objective of your speech. Thank you very much. Second thing that I like is the way you deliver your speech. Your voice is loud, clear, and easy to understand. I have no difficulties in catching up what you mean. You even have got a great vocal variety with high pitch and low pitch, like when you said, not only the result, and then you move down, teachers gave response. You have got great eye contact. You look at the camera as if you are looking at me. It shows that you are very confident and comfortable. TM Vira, to make your plan more impactful, I would love to recommend you two things. Number one, I cannot see your hand gesture because you set your camera a bit too low. Maybe next time you check your camera so that you can show your hand movement better. Second thing is the pose, especially a reflective pose at the end of the sentence. Like when you said, teamwork pose can make pose the program work. All in all, it was such a well-constructed speech with great introduction, body, and vocal variety, voice, and facial expression. Don't forget there are two recommendations. That is one, your hand gesture. Number two is the pose. I'm looking forward to your next speech. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Chandra. I want to thank the talented, professional, enthusiastic, and insightful team of professional evaluators. You each provided some fantastic insight for our speakers, and I am sure that they will grow infinitely with the information you provided. So Tom, do I continue to go through the general evaluation, or do I go back to you or to the timers report?
Yes, you can continue, but call upon on timer first, and then the ballot counter.
Fantastic. So we will yield the floor to Ben, our timer, to see if all of our evaluators are on time.
All right, we have 4 evaluators. One, unfortunately, is not eligible, with Denny with 3 minutes and 49 seconds. So Bhavesh with 3 minutes, 20 seconds, Krishna, 3 minutes, 8 seconds, and DTM Pak Yusuf, 3 minutes, 10 seconds are eligible, but Denny is not eligible with 3 minutes and 49 seconds.
Thank you, Ben. Appreciate it. So Tom, back to you to do the ballot counter, or so
Yep.
back to you. Yield the floor to you.
All right, so I'm gonna call upon ballot counter. Reno, screen is yours.
All right. So may I ask for the help from Denny Jr. to open the ballot since I'm on with my phone now, so I cannot open the poll. So can you please help? All right. So we have 3 questions. 3 people. Well, except the evaluation session, that we are going to have only 3 people eligible. So Dini Nuris is not eligible.
I can't vote. I can only see the who's winning. My
Yep.
co-host?
Yeah, because you're the co-host, so you can like private message like PM Reno for.
Yeah, for the co-host, private message to Reno.
I cannot submit as well.
Neither can I.
Submit.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, you can PM Reno, Pak Yusuf.
Okay.
Send me a private message so I count it manually.
Reno.
we just have two people voting. Is everyone is have problem or
Okay, so for those of you who cannot vote, so please PM Reno directly. Your voice is count. Yep.
Oh, I can now. Yep. Can.
Perfect.
Hi, we're going to close the poll really soon.
We go to here. This is the Hall of Fame. Like as I mentioned, the G will go back to the first class of the
All right, the poll will close in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Thank you so much, and back to General Empowerment.
Excellent. Thank you, Reno, for your assistance with the ballot counter. We are always excited to see the responses of those votes. I now want to yield the floor to our grammarian so that he can give us the magic of the meeting today through speech. And our grammarian, Eric, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing your feedback today. So the floor is yours.
Yes, I'll start with what I heard and what I should have heard. The call on our general evaluations should be evaluator. And the next three are just a missing S, repeated words, repeated unnecessary sounds, and many aspects. We say applause for instead of applause to. The next are just pronunciation errors, and I've spelled it on the right column as a word like ninth has the sound of the word I in it, and Charles has an LZ sound. The next two have two options. We use Google Forms, or we send a Google form, and eligible to be voted upon or eligible for the competition. And the last one is just a simple pronunciation error. Subject has a T at the end. Looking at the memorable quotes. Makan means to eat by Herman. John is a mama's boy and a hot lover by Bhavesh. Poetry is the little girl that John kind of sang it there, which I liked. The universe led me where I was supposed to be, John. Polyglot was a good vocabulary word from Krishna. The cold stare and pull over by Dede were very well articulated. And never have a glass of beer on an empty stomach, just don't. We'd had a couple doing our best today, and they're happy in the classroom. They play games happily. I especially noticed how her voice went up and down. Her voice tone was just amazing, and I couldn't pick which sentence to demonstrate that with. Chester had a couple that I liked. Throw up a bunch of metal into space and stepping on a giant rock. Very unique ways of describing space travel. Siget had It All Comes Down to Us, and Ping had From Our Favorite Toy, Buzz Lightyear. Yusuf said, you can stick with Lita all the time, and you can stick with Denny. I liked how Yusuf used people's names from the group. Lita said, we prepared a paparazzi for you. And Emmy said, the brave one is who does what he's scared of. And at the end, Bhavesh said, we are always afraid of the dark and the stars. I didn't hear who the quote was from, but I really liked that one. I wasn't sure if it was a direct quote, so maybe it didn't need a source. Drinking on an empty stomach and throwing up. Shame on you, Daddy. That was Krishna. And finally, self-healing. We have something in common from Herman. So relating with the audience was really good. And I liked Denny's use of the word silver lining, which I hadn't used, but it fit perfectly. I am afraid because it's 4 in the morning, or maybe because I was speaking and doing grammarian, I kind of forgot that I was supposed to be counting the breakthroughs. But I did start at some point. I think I only missed a couple, but Ping had the most that I counted. And if you had one earlier, just private message me and I'll update this in the chat. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Eric. Now we go to the part where we have our ahs and ums, and we go to our ah counter. Amelia. Amelia, can you give us your report, please?
Thank you so much, Herman. Now I would like to give my report. First of all, I would like to give an applause for Herman, Ben, Wira, Ping, and also Chester because they don't use any or unnecessary word on their speech. Okay, and next about my report. First, follow SSAA 1, Test 2 ums, Melita 1 ums, Danny 1 Eric 1 John, you don't have and but you have filler sound like something like that after you ended your sentence. Krishna Chipa 1, Dede 1 Dini 1 repeated word, which is and then. Pak Yusuf 1, Amy 2 Bintang 1, and also repeated word and Sigit 1. I think that's all. Thanks. Back again to Herman.
Amelia, thank you so very much. And I am extremely excited because there are many times during these speeches, I drop ahs like landmines in a minefield. So I am extremely excited that I escaped that today. And I hope that as I continue as a general evaluator, that I can maintain that pace. As a general evaluation of the meeting, I really want to say thank you first to Lita for giving me the opportunity to sit back and relax and just appreciate the meeting. When I come to these, I am so excited and sometimes anxious and almost frantic because I'm looking forward to the opportunity to speak and to share my opinions and my thoughts with you. I've really begun to get very excited about coming to the meeting for Magical Bali, and Toastmasters has become an important part of my week. So thank you for that. And thank you for allowing me the opportunity to participate. Thank you to the team that came together today. They really did make this a very nice functional meeting. The word breakthrough as a sudden dramatic impression, I think we all had a breakthrough today because the theme, although underlying and maybe even quietly, was hope. And it started with John, and one of the things that I wrote down as he spoke is teaching is the greatest gift of hope. And for the teachers in our Toastmasters Club, I truly want to remind you that as you expand the imagination of a child, that is truly hope. So I am excited for you every time you get an opportunity to change the world we live in by giving someone hope, by teaching them a lesson of life. So thank you for that. And when you didn't get what you wanted, you still didn't lose hope. I think that the word hope is so powerful and potent, even in our world today in COVID. We have to really focus and hold together and hold on to each other so that we can maintain hope. As I watch the news here in LA and we see 267,000 people die of COVID, I look forward to the positive energy I get from these meetings. Didi, you said the adventure is to find tranquility and to find yourself. And in a day like today, we can only hope that we can very soon be able to travel again, break bread together, share our ideas, laughter, and actually see real smiles face to face. So thank you for that touch on that. As Krishna mentioned, you had excellent use of props, and those are always fun, especially when they are so vibrant and real to your message. I can't wait till Toastmasters can actually physically travel around the world, but I'm really excited about the idea of being able to travel to Bali every other week. Hope in the future is where hope that we can travel again. Eric, one of the things you said is that, to have people comfortable in their own skin. And I think that regardless of race, gender, creed, sexual orientation, religion, I think that is one of the most difficult life measurements that we have. And finding the confidence and courage in doing so is a great reason to give people hope. So I congratulate you on the things that you're doing for the community. we are always trying to find our self-discovery. We're trying to figure out who we are, who we're supposed to be. And your message really just kind of reminded me to take some time and reflect and find some comfort in my own skin. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We have a lot of virtual friends, and you said we have virtual friends that are closer than those that are in person. And even though I've never met any of you except my wonderful son, Ben, in person, I count many of you as my new friends in Bali. And I cannot wait till I put my feet on the sand in Bali and have a conversation and a drink on a full stomach with some of you. Wira, you talked about focus on motivation, potential, and independent learning, evaluation, reflection, and appreciation. When we go back, there is truly hope. And again, the message just kind of kept coming back to the fact that we have to have hope. Every day we're full of just noise, and the temptation is to focus on the negative. But it seems like every time we come to these meetings, you focus on inspiration, motivation, insight, and growth. And I thank you and I congratulate you for that. The ping with the infinity and beyond, your quotes were fantastic. Thank you for those. They brought some great insight. I really enjoyed them. I am a wordsmith and I count myself as a quote smith because I literally have thousands of quotes in my head. And you brought some new ones to the table today, and I truly appreciated them. And I tried to write them down as fast as I could because there were some that I am going to spend some time reflecting on today. So I appreciated that. One of the things that I did here is that there was a couple of times where we had noise in the background and it kind of distracted some of the parts of the meeting. And I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. But as we came to the meeting and it was introduced to remember to mute your camera or to mute your mic or to turn off your camera if there's something distracting behind you. Zoom is always such a difficult thing because that green dot on my computer isn't very personable. And so it takes a lot for us to really look at each other in this green dot and really make that physical, emotional connection. And so when you have distractions with noise and sound and things moving behind you, it takes away from our ability to really connect to the audience and to those that are in this meeting. So always be really aware of that and be cognizant of the fact that how much of an impact that can have. Bing Tang, you mentioned that whenever you try, there is hope. So again, it just keeps coming back. Genius has no race, strength has no gender, courage has no limit. That really felt like a prudent, positive, and powerful message for the day. And so I'm really excited about that. Yusuf, you mentioned the important thing is that we stick together. Hope is working together. And I truly appreciate the fact that every time we come to these meetings, each of you work so diligently to make it an effective meeting. As you participate, you get involved, you look for opportunities to grow. And I realize that Toastmasters can be a challenge because it is, one, it's virtual. The second part is that you are working diligently to become a better speaker, a more confident communicator. So from someone who speaks English and English only, or only enough of another language to get in trouble, I can only tell you two things. One is continue to practice. Use every opportunity you can to just speak. And two, don't judge yourself. Because the melody that you have in your accent makes the English language sound like poetry when you use it. So smile, speak, dream, and inspire. And Ping, I have to do one last thing. I have to tell you that as I looked in your background, there's a plaque behind you that says dream, create, and inspire. That is a spectacular, subtle message for Toastmasters. Because I think that as you come to Toastmasters, you're all dreaming about becoming better speakers. You're working hard to create a new, better self, and you're trying your best to inspire the world one word at a time. So as a general evaluator, thank you. And I truly am appreciative of the opportunity to be a part of this meeting. I hope this evaluation provided some insight. Have a blessed day.
Yay, thank you so much, Herman. So, can you believe that this is the first time Herman become general evaluator? Wow, was such a great achievement. And it's honor for us to having you here as our GE for the first time. Yay! Thank you so much, Herman, and all the team. Okay, so before we closing this meeting, we still have several sessions. Now we're heading to table topic evaluator. So we'll call upon Dina Surya or Denny Surya. Screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Master Lita. Okay, so first of all, I congratulate every table topic speaker because you say your personal story and it's really inspiring me to be better person. And for for all table topic, I think we need to have something to remember that the screen is just this big. So you cannot pass the screen to show your hand or your gesture. So like me, I'm going around and back again. It's not. It's kind of distracting. So that's for not for all. And for me, I think I feeling really have good feeling hear your story because it's very inspiring to climb the tree and no stair there. And you also using dialogue. But if I must suggest to improve your speech, probably you can use different sound for you and the other person you talk. So like me, I'm Denny. Hello, I'm Denny, and this one, hello, I'm someone else like that. So that's for the Ibu Emmy, and then
We'll
for
do that.
yeah, and for Chester, I think you have good control in pause. Also, you have a good body gesture. You using your hand and etc. But what if you? I might suggest to improve. Think your vocal because you have a same tone. So it's like people when hearing the same tone, they will be little bit boring. That's my suggestion. And for Bintang, you opposite like Chester. You too many pause, but you have a great closing. Also, you tell a great story about how you achieve your job. And for Sigit, I feel like I hear the news, and it's very yeah the spirit is very great. But if I need something to improve, that your sound is a little bit low, so probably you can speak more loudly. And for Pak Chandra Yusuf, you already experienced, so you answered the question, have great flow, and you have vocal variety. Yeah, but you tend to be in the side of the camera. It's cannot see your hand gesture little bit, but it's great. I can see the spirit there. I think that's for all I can have for the table topic speaker. Back to you, Lita.
All right. Thank you so much, Denny, for sharing your evaluation. So for table topic speakers, so please come back again in our meeting and then you can implement what Denny said next time. Okay. Now, this is what we are waiting for. I'm gonna call upon our ballot counter for Hall of Fame. Reno, screen is yours.
Alright, alright, congratulations, we got all the results. Now we can project the winners of all three categories. Let's start from our first winners. The secret will take the best table topics.
Woo! Woo! Make a drum roll.
Applause, applause, please.
Yay!
All right.
Hi, congratulations. Congratulations, Sigurd.
Hello, Tech. It is officially my 2 consecutive win for table topics.
Yeah, you can keep your winning speech later on, right?
All right, now next we can project Krishna Kirpa will win the best evaluator.
Yay!
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, oh, snap.
Snap.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, finally. Congrats, Krishna.
Awesome. And the last, we got the spoiler, but for the best speaker, it's almost too close to call. But after some mail imbalance at the last minute, we can project that Mira is going to win the best speaker. Congratulations.
Yay, congratulations, Mira. Congratulations to all congratulations.
And that's our MBTC projection for tonight. And the host will go back to Lita.
Yay, thank you. Thank you so much, Reno. Congratulations to all winners. Okay, now we're heading to our last session. So I'm gonna call upon our president, Buffett, but unfortunately he is not in the good health. So he's unwell. No, I'm gonna call upon the acting president. Hello, yeah. Hello again. I'm Lita. I'm the acting president of the Magical Valley Toastmasters Club. Now I'm gonna closing this meeting. Before that, I'm gonna ask some comments from our lovely guest tonight. So I will call Mutiara. Are you there, Mutiara? Okay, I guess he is not here. Okay, so I'm gonna continue to Alice. Hi. This is the first time you're coming to our meeting, right?
Thank you.
Yep.
TOM. I am learning a new word here. Toastmaster of the meeting, right? And also the acting president. So good evening, everyone. I'm Alice Kunjan. I'm from the Rotary Club I'm the Toastmasters Club from Swepa in Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia. And this is a breakthrough meeting for me because it's my first time attending online meeting in Bali. And I'm very, very impressed with everyone. And I enjoyed so much of messages, value message for me in the contents, even from the evaluation and also the speeches. And I enjoyed also the evaluation process and the powerful words you all using. And I'm really happy that I'm here. I was thinking whether I should come or not, but I don't know why I wanted to come today. And so I'm really, really happy. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, the acting president, Lita. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. It's such an honor for us that this is the first time you're coming to our meeting, and we hope you come again to our meeting. Thank you so much, Alice. All right, now I'm gonna next to. Okay, this is a member, but he said that he has been visit this club for 10 years. Oh my God, it's been a long time. So I'm gonna call upon Joe Satiawan. Mr. Joe, you there? Okay. Snap, he's not here. Oh, he's here. Okay. Hi. Hi, how are you feeling?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Thank you. Oh, comment. I'm sorry, I came in late. It's been a while since I visited Magical Bali Toastmaster Club, and I see we have a lot of wonderful Toastmasters from, I believe, California, LA. Yeah, and it's you guys still have the great spirits, and of course all the wonderful people here. And in the short time I've been here, I've learned so much, and I see you guys are still growing and developing new, what do you call, continuing the new system and programs of Toastmasters Indonesia. I'm glad I came, Madam President.
Thank you. I'm not the president yet, just an acting president.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your comment. All right, now I'm gonna go to Nirver. Are you there? Okay, I guess he's not here. Okay, so Sanjung. Sanjung is also not here. Okay, I'm gonna call upon one more. Oh, Sanjung is here. Hi.
Hello, Marita. I was happy. This is the first time I visiting that has a different, I think, time zone with Jakarta. So, firstly, I confused. Oh, this is an hour earlier than Jakarta. It's such a wonderful meeting because I found the skilled speakers, wonderful speakers with the insightful speech, and hope I would visit for Magical Bali has program for table to speak Tuesday. I think hope I could participate in that meeting. Wait for the info.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanjung. All right, so all first timers coming to our meeting tonight. Yes, we do have Table Topic Tuesday, but it is presented by all Toastmasters in Bali, so not only Magical Bali. Okay, I'll get you the info by WhatsApp chat. Okay, thank you so much, Sanjung. Right, we still have time though. All right, so Nirfair here. Hi, Nirfair. Can you share some of your thoughts?
Right, good evening, everyone, once again. Good and to see everyone here. Great to see everyone here. The speeches were very inspiring. Many of you spoke about your journey, and the energy was very vibrant. You know, you could feel the journey in many of the speeches, and everyone worked very hard to deliver the best to their ability. And I learned a lot of things. I learned a lot, picked up a lot of new phrases, new words, many things related to Europe, and then a classroom teaching by Vera and many other Toastmasters here. So it was all very inspiring. And in fact, it is a learning process. Even listening tentatively itself is a learning process on its own. So whatever I have learned here, I will definitely apply, and wish everyone all the best, and please stay safe. And thank you very much, Madam Night President, to have me here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nirfair. Would love to have you here again and share your stories
Thank you
here
so
with
much.
us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I would love to hear from TM Ramastin. Yep. Yeah, can you give sorry, you still mute. Yeah, can you give us a short comment, please? Yeah. Oh, I think he's so excited, so that's why. Oh, snap. He's not here. Okay then. Oh, he's here. Right. Cool, cool. Hi.
Yes, okay. I'm sorry I was late to join the meeting tonight, but I think that the Toastmasters in Bali is good. Yeah, I'm willing to join the meeting another time. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. We would love to have you here again with us. Okay, everyone. I'm so glad that this meeting went well. And now I am the acting president. This meeting is adjourned. Good night. Woo! We're right